All right, folks, we are finishing up. I think we're finishing up Act 1. And so we got this fairly basic battle in front of us. We did a bunch of housekeeping after the last episode. And I don't know, it's still a bit of a race to see if we can get everything we need in order before we have to deal with the Act 1 HQ. We're getting there, but we still need... I think we still need 7 more units and 1 more brigade, and I'm not exactly sure where the money is supposed to come from to do all that, but none of that's your problem. It's all mine, and we'll try to figure it out in this episode. So we got you and you. It's the artillery. Let's see. We'll put you guys in that group. I think everybody else is in the same group, more or less. Yeah, more or less. I don't know how far we'll get with that, but we'll try to get a little ways. Oh, you know what I did not do? I did not fix the ammo there. So yeah, we'll see if we can fix the ammo a bit. Okay, we don't have to get all the way to the flanks. I guess that's fine. Alright, we'll try to shoot you guys since we can't do too much else with you. These guys, you know, we don't have to get them next. We don't have to get them right now. Frontier recruits, you actually probably do need ammo right about now. Send the supply train this away. Yeah. Come on, supply train. You can figure this out. I know you can. I actually have serious stats about you, but... Don't ask how we shoot over that hill. Alright, we have to get up for role-playing reasons. Although, I guess probably not with the howitzer. But... nonetheless... I think you guys are going to have to deal with that. So deal with that. No, no, no. Get up there. Again, get up there. Okay, if we're not going to need cover, we might as well at least move into close range. Here, I don't know if we're actually getting the cover or not. Alright, we can see these guys. We'll put the bayos on now. Now we'll get you to focus on you. That's fine. I would just ignore those lights. We'll move up into them. Okay, if they're about to break anyhow, that's fine. Ooh, Frontier Recruits almost broke. Oh, they're gonna break now. Okay, we'll move you up, move you up. Try that. Okay, focus on them. Alright, at least they have their enough morale to... I'll take care of them. I don't know, I find in Act 1... I mean, we'll see what it's like with these difficulty modifiers, but I find in Act 1 you pretty much just need quantity over quality. Maybe that... Again, because the losses were light, I think we can get away with that. We're on our way here. We got 50 days. Is there anything in Riga that we want? Probably a bunch of stuff, but I don't think we can afford it. I think what we really need here is this brigade. There's a ton of ammo chests. I guess we didn't have one until now. Okay. We did have one. Actually, I think we had two. Yeah, we did. I mean, I'm fine with the stamina punishment. It is what it is. Russian battalion artillery, that's fine. Probable mistake in the previous one was not giving some of the recruits something a bit better to play with here in terms of the frontier recruits. Maybe we'll give them the anything that's going to increase their... Ooh, that's a good question. We good with the Cossacks that we can get outside, or I think these are the only lights that we can get. Not too sure about that. They seem like they're on their way. They're probably also on their way. I mean, again, for Act 1, I think that they are. Alright, these guys have junk. I don't know that we actually want the melee variant any more than that, but it feels so bad to keep that. We still don't have any cav, and you know, good luck finding out if that actually matters, but I know everybody in the comments says it does, but played the game and I'm still looking for it. It seems like generally once they break, they can keep breaking, but I don't know if they do all that much more. Alright, punish the force size there. And these frontier recruits, yeah, these guys are pretty low. Certainly hang on to the religious item. Still keep our other stuff. Cover bonus, I feel like with us is very good. Yeah, like all those things are fine. Jeez, I don't know. Maybe we'll worry less about... I mean, movement's okay, but what else can we do here? Because this is already reload and move speed. Yeah, reload is good. I mean, if you're accurate, right, it should be good. Do we, maybe we do break those apart and just put that there. These guys are good with what? Long range or... I mean, anything is probably fine, but... Reload is good. Observation musketeers. Alright, so they already have the ammo reduction. These guys could probably get an ammo reduction. I mean, they're nothing great, but should be fine enough. Maybe, yeah. I mean, everything else is looking pretty okay. We could certainly sell the trash. I don't think we're going to need more than one canteen at a time or any of these surplus lumber chests. Really, one junkie bayonet. I think that would still enable us to get a regiment, like a free regiment, if one was available, but if it's not, it's all right. The additional cover modifier is actually not terrible at all either. That guy right there, that staff engineer, we should probably try to find a home for him, but I don't think we have a need for 2 sets of uniforms. Probably don't have a set. We might for those sabers, but we'll roll the dice that we don't. 2 sets of worn muskets, I hope not. All right. Barracks, anybody we can actually afford. Surf recruits we can actually afford. And then they upgrade into okay stuff. We have the Pandora Musketeers. Wait a minute. The Pandora Musketeers. Yeah. They are light. I don't feel like spending that much to get them. We could spend that much to get those 2 sets of recruits, which would almost fill out this unit. That might have to be the direction. No. Okay, good. I'm glad, because I didn't mean to click that. So we can do that, and then we can upgrade y'all. Who's slow to replenish here? Observation Musketeers. Yeah, do we want Grenadiers or do we want Fusiliers? I feel like with this playthrough, we generally want Fusiliers. But I also think some number of Grenadiers is going to be important, so maybe we just split the difference. And we go with 1 set of Grenadiers, and then 1 set of Fusiliers with additional XP. Not too sure about that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know that you guys are really going to want those things. And I doubt you're going to need those as much. Accuracy, probably not as much as that. Yeah, you're all set. These guys... Sure... +4 accuracy versus +6 reload. I'm not sure which one of those 2 things is better. But okay, you don't actually have to make a choice. They're pretty good. Yeah, the old coffee ration reload versus the others. You know what? We can probably pitch the yeah, we can probably pitch them for that. Maybe put you there and then put you there. Just so that we know that this brigade is more or less the melee clan. There we go. Now we know that. Put you there. Give you guys some stamina. What else can we give you? We can give you some cheese. Sure. Maybe that's it. Might be it. Alright, charge bonus. We actually get this to replace. Yeah, we could probably replace that with that. Replace that with that. And, yeah. Alright, you probably shouldn't need those as much. Frontier recruits are fine, but maybe we'll try to vet up some of these surf recruits as well. Too bad, because we actually have some full-on gators there. But maybe that's for the next unit. That is everyone, right? That's everybody. We're going to be able to lift forward from here. Yeah. Okay. Moving on over here. Daily food consumption is no joke, though. Anybody from the barracks? Maybe Russian artillery recruits? Honestly, any of these are fine. Even the Russian rider recruits are okay. I mean, it's nice that they don't cost, right? And that fills up 3, but I'm not sure where we're gonna get here. Yeah, in the last 40 days, the funds to both unlock the brigade and then also fill it up. I think that's gonna be a bit too much. As cool as this one is, the Powder Master one, I think we're a bit of trouble here. Yeah, it's some okay stuff. That HQ just gets smaller, like from 16,000 to 14,000. I think I would like... Okay, yeah, that one's cool for the ammo. Bound howitzer, I mean, maybe that's just what we go with. Maybe that is just all we do. We'll check out this encampment here. I don't want a tough field army. I just want the easy one. Alright. These guys got two stars here. That's fine. Probably just have to take the fight, because I don't see another way to do this. Yeah, observation recruits are there. Frontier recruits are here. I mean, it'll make shooters better. Well, you guys are not particularly good shooters because I've given you the wrong musket, but... Yeah, those guys could actually use that, though. We try it with the recruits here. Well, we got to pitch that for it. That feels bad. Surf recruits, I guess we'll just try to get you to vet up a little bit faster. That makes you better at melee, that's fine. Let's find somebody... You know what? Let's find you. Actually... Take you. Change that for that, and that for that. And then as melee dudes go, you should be much happier. And I definitely just switched that with the wrong unit. Yep. And for some reason, I thought that was possible. Alright. Put that there. Put that there. Back to the Fusiliers. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But... Wait. What happened to your weapons? What happened to those John Coping? I guess it's one of those the world will never know. I have no idea. They've disappeared. Oh, maybe they probably went over there by accident, but it was odd. I feel like we're also now missing a bayonet. We'll take that off. We'll give you a bayonet. Yeah, we'll just leave it with that was odd. Alright, Russian rider recruits. I mean, this cav go... Yeah, stamina, that's fine. I mean, we're not going to get too much out of some of that, but it's fine. Horseshoe, alright. I guess this one is specific to them. Okay. We certainly don't have to have those on that. Do all you have some sort of obstacle? You do not. Okay, we'll give you that. The rest of you have obstacles. Alright, I think that should be fine enough for now. And we'll try to pick a fight with... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. What are the chances? What? Well, we'll try to fight one and then the other. And hopefully the XP from that is enough to... Yeah, hopefully the XP in... just the other loot is enough to put us over the top here to get that last brigade. Before we get to fight the HQ for Act 1. Alright, so they're going to have something of a cover advantage. We might try to skirt it a bit and play here, and just see what the artillery situation is. Alright, we can put you all there. Our kind of non-existent cavalry, I guess, comes out here. Right, they're fast if nothing else. How are you all on ammo? You're pretty much all fine? That's what I like to hear. In that case, let me put you there. Make you team 2. And we'll take this group and those. And so the reason for doing it this way is to just see if dropping the supply thing here starts everybody at full supply. It looks like it is, because I think the supply cart now is out of supply. Did that actually work? Alright, I think it did. It's a very different way to use that supply cart, but... Anyways, I told you about that for reasons I'm not too sure about. Alright, we'll make the general there number 7. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do with you. What kind of range you got? Prussian field artillery? It is field artillery, so it's got something. 330 and 474. I don't know what that is. Alright. How do we know what they're... Oh, so that's the total supply. That's actually okay. Yeah, I'm actually kind of cool with that. Alright, surf recruits are there. It's alright. Russian riders. I don't think we're going to move up at this time. I guess I thought I brought those guys together, but I did not. Surf recruits, you can get in there. You guys can get there. Observation Grens, maybe we'll put you there. Yeah, and then surf recruits will just station you back there. We can slow it down to a more normal pace, I guess. Try to grab the hill there. We can get the supply train back. It doesn't really seem like it matters, but... Okay, I'll move you there. We'll bump you over there. We'll bump you over there. Speed you up. Cool. Too worried there about counterbatting. If they're shooting at surf recruits, I think we're probably okay for the time being. Okay. Supply train's gonna run, that's fine. Whoops. Too sure. I'm not even sure what I'm up to here, so if somebody else knows, please let me in on it. I think we'll pull you back while we can. Maybe put that facing forward and put you all up there. Seems like something I would do. I mean, obviously those SARs are... I think they're going to come back if they're threatened. Or if the artillery's threatened there, I think. Okay, frontier recruits can come up here. Oh, they hit my artillery. Or my supply wagon. Gosh darn it. Okay. Their hussars see me, so we're gonna run. Okay, they're up there, that's fine. Kievsky Musketeers can keep going. Yeah, I think that's probably fine to shoot at them. We'll remove Bayos for now because we can. Surf recruits are not in the greatest of cover. That's all right. The observation grins are not either. All right, that was great. Because what it means now is we can focus on you like that, and we can focus on you like this. And I'm gonna slap Bayos on you. No, we're going to focus on you, I think, for the moment. Probably move up to do that. The general is where? Oh, he's trying to... Oh, we did get the supply train back. Yeah, let's at least use... I mean, it doesn't... I feel like it doesn't really matter, but... Let's try to use it here. Alright, maybe we'll run them back there, run these guys back here. If all we are target practice for the Prussian musketeers, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, if you're not going to focus on us, we're going to focus on you. All right, very good. Yeah, not too great for the frontier recruits, but you know what? Okay, so we're just about out of ammo. All right. If that's the way that the Russian supply trains work, I'm okay with that. That's cool. All right, we broke them. That's fine. Maybe it's time to start working on their artillery? I think so. Yeah, we can certainly have them focus on that. We'll come in there. That's fine. Alright. These frontier recruits are out of range. Let's try to do something about that. And I'm guessing those guys are now all dead. So, we march you up, we march you up. How do we do? Okay, that was not our best. Alright. So if recruits are hanging in there for the moment, trying to get these Russian... so I guess it doesn't really work to do it that way. It's good to know. Yeah, good to know. .408. I mean, it's nice stuff, right? Nice stuff. I feel like... Go with Toller's... Oh, that was right. They took ammo. That was stupid. We should have just done straight manpower. Or the provisions one. Yeah, that was dumb. But if we put the... I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work, but... I'm going to worry about upgrading... Should I worry about upgrading? I don't know. I feel like Pandora Musketeers are freaking cool. Like, at least one unit of lights should be in there. Alright, if we have them... them and their average replenishment. Stamina, move speed, supply wagon versus range, and... Yeah, the melee damage is nothing great. The accuracy is honestly something I don't like at all. The accuracy debuff. Mm-mm. Do we just let these frontier recruits kind of wither until those ones are done? They didn't really seem to do too much at all. Yeah, I mean, if we open up the next brigade, it doesn't help us that much. So you're 8 and 6. What are you? 6 and 4. It's not as good. And then you're 6 and 6. You have an 8 and 6. Even if it's not perfect, it's probably all right. And I did not give you those before. All right, so let's go fight these guys before they get away. So it's cav and infantry, no artillery. Old Franz Moritz. Okay. Artillery, I don't think we want you in the corner because most of them are going to be there, so we'll just put you there. Cavalry, it's pretty open over here. Different group, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Indoor Musketeers hanging out being awesome. You can go there, and then these guys are going to be group 1. And I guess we'll stick you right there. So we can do that. Who's missing ammo? You guys, mostly? Okay. We'll do that. Right, you're supplied, you're supplied. Okay, we'll move you like that. Move you like that. Move you like that. Cav we'll put over there. Artillery will move up. General. Move up. Where's the old supply train? Alright, it's getting pretty low, but you know what? That's actually alright. Okay, maybe we'll get them, maybe we won't. Supply train. We'll try to get you. Yeah, most of the folks over here are fine. Oh, I forgot to change their equipment. Yeah, I don't love putting the spikes on the lights, because usually with the lights I'll just try to run them back through the friendly infantry. But yeah, and those are absolutely the wrong muskets. You should probably go for range over anything else. Okay, did they get replenished? They did. Alright, well we can still try to replenish these guys. They're okay, they're alright. These guys have very little left. So we could always try to move our lights into a line, but I don't think that's that important to do. Surf recruits here are in a good position, but yeah, I think that's probably a better way to do the supply wagons. Although not the Insta-Break version, but yeah. Okay, we got them out. That's fine. get them to focus on them. Alright, so the rider recruits push them out, that's fine. Right, they're gonna focus over there, throw those bales on, that's fine. Okay, these guys can face over there. And that should be... Let's see if we can give them the morale. Yeah, a bit of a morale debuff there. That's rough. Alright, that's less rough. The old giant pointy stick there. What do we take? What do we get in terms of reservists? Not that many. Or veterans need provisions. I guess that's what we take. Okay. We'll do that. We'll try to not touch the ammo. Yeah, I mean there's like fine stuff back here. It's just fine. I don't want a tough. I really don't want a tough force we gotta fight with. Anything good from these weapons? Not really. Yeah, not really. We'll see if there's any good recruitment options here. And if not, we'll just so we see that. We know that we can afford the next brigade. So now we just have to be able to afford the troops in it. With what? How much time do we have left? Like nothing? Yeah, like 20 days. I mean, we can certainly try to knock it into the ground, but we're going to need a lot with respect to money, but might be able to get some of the stuff out. So this is an upgrade on that. I think everything else is pretty much upgraded. There's junk we can sell. There's less junky junk that we can sell. I don't know why that... Okay, that can be sold. May have to give up on the dream of a free unit, but that's okay. So 400, we can probably afford those two for 400. So it's almost 1,200 in order to be able to afford what they got there. We'll see about that. Okay, there's an outpost down there. I don't know if this is actually worth it. 1 week for $170? Maybe. Maybe, and then we go down here and just try our best. So the problem with that is that we give up a week to get an artillery. Yeah, but we get an artillery. Or we have to face a tough... That's tough, man. I mean, this close, I would just go with this. I would put him there. And we don't really have melee damage. Yeah, you don't make any sense there. Yeah, if the range actually counts on them, and I'm not sure that it does. Feels like it probably doesn't. Frontier recruits we could put over there. We could put them there as well. And this shows us, right, we need 3 more units. What do you got? 3-pounder? That's a 6-pounder, so that's... Alright. We'll go for that. I have not loved the howitzers that I've had so far, but who knows, maybe this time will be different. Okay, we can put that in. I mean, there's some other stuff we could put in, but it does not feel that important to do it. Maybe we'll just play on from here. I think that's what we'll do. I mean, they apparently aren't terrible, but... I'm trying to think if we probably missed a fort that we could have besieged somewhere and gotten another doctrine. Maybe not. I mean, if we don't get all 12 units, we should probably try to get at least 11. And then sort of... I laughed because it looked like there was no cover. Okay, there actually is. It's just... It's over here. That's all. Alright. So we'll make... Yeah, I mean, we'll throw the artillery out here. And we'll throw the cav maybe out here. That means maybe we'll put the melee guys right back here. Oh, right back here. Make that group 3. And then make this group 1. Give them a bit more cover. And make our Pandora Musketeers. Group 2. I think that's what we'll do. Just see what we get. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Oh, I forgot the supply wagon. Darn it. Alright, I'd say most of those units do not need it. These actually might. I think we're gonna have to take up some shooting positions here. Okay, we'll see about shooting these guys. I don't know if we can have a track them down to us or what. Alright, they can certainly come for us that way if they want to. Okay, they're gonna fall back, we're gonna rush up. So it's just those two that need resupply, more or less. Surprised we're not getting like any sort of benefit, but it's alright. Alright, these guys are down to their last little bit of ammo, and if they can get it up to here to the Kievsky Musketeers, that'll be cool. And if not, it is what it is. These Cantonist recruits are going to break. Those Free Corps recruits are going to break. Eventually, those Prussian Musketeers will break. I think those Cantonist recruits, yep, they're about done, and they are now done. And these guys are going to switch over to here. We're going to bring the Pandora Musketeers back. Put their bayos on. Take them off of that. That's fine. Get them up there. Get them over there. I think that they should be okay. And we'll just countercharge with those. Okay. Good job, supply chain. I like better how that works. It's a finite amount of ammo. But it's still worth it to have, but you actually have to do something with it. All right. Yeah, we got some money. We got some stuff. Maybe this is a provisions and veterancy one. As much as we need manpower, and we do need manpower, we're going to go up to the town and we're going to buy it and then probably ransack it if we can't fill these last 3 positions. I don't know if this is going to be the artillery unit or what. I mean, melee damage plus 10% and range, but minus move speed and minus accuracy. This is like starting to shape up to be an incomprehensible one. I would probably just take like a morale one. Yeah, probably something like this. Like just less morale damage received, but increased fire damage. It is what it is. This, I think, is more tuned to the light and the shooty style. I'm torn between these two. Melee damage received versus flanking fire damage dealt. I mean, range just always feels good. So maybe we'll throw that on there, and then we'll put the Pandora Musketeers in there. Fusiliers are already in there. I don't know what 115 is their range. Theirs is 126. I mean, probably a lot of that's the product of the weapons that we've chosen. 132, 132. Yeah, it's not great. These frontier recruits, I don't know. I'm a light infantry enjoyer. I am. So maybe we stick them in there, and then this just incomprehensible unit is. I do not know what to. I feel like it's definitely not an artillery. If the range doesn't actually matter. If the range doesn't matter, then none of that other stuff does. But all right, we have several things that we can upgrade, like several things that we can upgrade and sell. I don't need to go for that last convoy because that's not where we're at. But we have about 15 days before this hits. The enemy HQ hits. Barracks-wise, certainly 800 is feasible with what we have. 800 or 775. I think that we can get to at least, maybe one short of what we need. 1 unit short of what we need. But yeah, there's a lot of other things we can do. We need some cav. I don't know if there's any cav that were not on offer here, but I think we're going to take what we can from this, plunder a bunch of housekeeping stuff we can do. I think on this map there's usually another town here, and so we'll see if we have time after we do some min-maxing stuff, if we can maybe raid the town here as well, and then here in Lille. I think that's going to be too much if we do Raj, but yeah, anyways, I think next episode should start off with the HQ for Act 1, and then we should move into Act 2. And so far, it's pretty good. Yeah, I would say that it looks like we didn't get any of the doctrines from any of the forts, so we must have just whiffed on where the fort locations were, or just other things. But you can't get them all. The most important thing is that we make it through Act 1, and that hopefully we start Act 2 in pretty decent shape. So that's where that's going. If this is in fact the HQ, I think that this is the HQ. It's at 14.3. So, and we could go max right now 11.4. So we'll see how that one goes. But we need manpower for sure. We need men, but we're plenty good on ammo. So it's a mixed picture, but it's yeah. We'll see how it plays out in the next episode.